Okay, so somebody's going to send you a product to do a shoppable video on. They're going to send it to you for free, and they want you to make the video for free. Sounds like a pretty good deal, right? Yeah, maybe it is, maybe it's not. But there are some that are going to say, hey, we'll actually give you a little bit of money to make this video. That actually sounds pretty good too. Which one are you supposed to do? I'm going to talk a little bit about my method that I decide on what I charge for, what I accept for free, and actually sometimes what I just flat out decline. I actually decline more than I accept. So, going to talk about all of those things here. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe. My name's Rob. I've been an Amazon influencer for almost a year now. Done pretty good at it. Thought I'd make a channel. Help some of you folks that are trying to make some moolah, make a little bit of that moolah. So, let's get right into it. Hit subscribe. Thank you if you have already done that. Appreciate it. More videos on the way. So, okay, so somebody hits you up and says, we can give you something for free. There's some benefits to doing that, doing a video for free, especially like at the beginning of your journey, right? So the more products you have at your disposal to do videos on means the more videos you get to make, which means you have a better chance of actually making commission on those videos. It also builds up your storefront and makes your storefront thicker, for lack of better terms. It makes it look better to potential brands or sellers who's looking for a quality and experienced influencer, right? That's really the main reason the storefront's there. Customers don't care about the storefront. It's usually there for other brands to see you and the visibility there. So those are really good. Two things really good. And sometimes it's cool because they're still going to send you something that you can actually use in your own personal life. That's a bonus. Like, I want to show you a couple things. Like, so for example, I accepted this karaoke machine here. I wasn't necessarily looking for a karaoke machine, but it's kind of cool and I'll end up using this. So I accepted this for free from the agent that offered it. I'm going to make a video for it and hopefully make some commissions for it. Even if I don't, I'm still glad to have spent 5 minutes of my life making this Amazon shoppable video in exchange for this, because I'm going to get more joy and fun out of it than 5 minutes worth of my time, right? For another really good example, and I'm not bragging, I promise. This was sent to me. This is an above ground pool automatic cleaner. It's a really nice product. It's like a $500 product. I accepted this for free because I have an above ground pool. I hate cleaning it. It's going to make my life easier. Again, that video is going to take me a little bit longer to make because I need to demonstrate how to use it, but like 20 or 30 minute demonstration, well worth it for the price of it. So those are a couple of instances whenever free, I was willing to take something like that. Now, what I'm not willing to do is take free items in a couple of other circumstances. One is if it's a product I actually don't care about at all. Like if it's something, and I get a lot of these requests, I'm just going to decline it. Free plus something that I think is not going to sell and I don't actually want in my life, I'm not interested, right? So that's one of the things. But now let's talk about actually paid. What are the benefits to paid? Well, paid means that you're going to essentially guarantee making something for your time, right? So if it takes you 5 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever it is to make the video, you're going to get money up front. Now, they're not giving a lot of money typically. What you're going to find is the average price is probably somewhere between $10 and $30 to make that video. The downside there is, though, you're not going to get as many opportunities because there's a good chance somebody else is going to do it for free, and these agents know that, right? So keep that in mind whenever you are essentially demanding or requiring a fee up front. Yeah, it makes sense in the short term, but if you don't get that product at all in your storefront, you're never going to have an opportunity to make money off of it in the long term. Yeah, you may not ever make 10 bucks off of it in commission, but you just don't know. So, my sort of mentality about this has been, one, I decline more than I accept because I just don't have time to do. I mean, I got stuff sitting here just from sellers sending me stuff. If it is an adult product, for example, which I do a pretty decent amount of, here's an adult product in a box. I always charge for these because if I'm going to put my face next to these products on Amazon, I'm going to get paid for it because they're a sensitive product. And frankly, they're a little bit harder to get approved because Amazon is very sensitive about what you can show and the words that you use, etc. So I always get paid on those types of things. There are agents that I work with that pay me on every video just because we've worked together for so long and they like my work and I like working with them. So it's beneficial to do it that way. But ultimately, what it's going to come down to for you is, should you require payment? Should you accept things for free? A lot of this is going to depend on where you're at in your journey. If you're just starting out, free has a lot of benefits to it. Like I said before, building your storefront, showing sellers and agents what you can do and the type of work, the quality that you're able to put out. But paid has its benefits too. It gives you a short-term guarantee, but it kind of robs you of the long-term what if, which I like the what if. To me, taking a $10 item, if somebody's going to say, I'll give you 10 bucks for it, if I don't get that item because I demand $10, I'd rather just take it for free and hope that I can make a good video and hopefully convert that to some sales, right? So you have to really kind of consider that and your business model. Like this whole thing, we're all individual business people, and so you get to kind of decide what's best for you based off of where you're at right now. For some people, they need that guarantee, and that's the only thing that matters. They're not concerned about the long term, and they don't need a whole bunch of videos. They're fine with that. They just want the short term, the fast win. And that's totally fine. Some people like me are more willing to take a risk on some items and say, I'll do these for free. I'll spend my few minutes, my 5, 10, 15 minutes making this video because one, I'm picky about the types of products I take. So I feel pretty good that I'm going to make money in the long term. But two, I like the idea of just taking a home run swing and seeing what happens, right? Now, people will say, well, you have to get paid for your time. That's literally what a commission job is. Like all real estate agents, I was in real estate for 12 years. I spent so much time doing stuff that I never got paid on. It was just what happens. It's part of the world of being a real estate agent. This is similar. Like this is a commission-based job. Sometimes you're going to spend time on things that aren't going to necessarily provide a return on that specific thing. But what you learn through those times whenever you don't get paid, you end up taking that experience and it makes you better as you go forward. So my thing is, I'm not going to judge you either way. People are going to. Amazon influencers, there's a whole world of people that are going to knock you down and tell you you don't know your worth and et cetera, et cetera. But ultimately, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know your business model. They don't know where you're at. Only you do. So make those decisions based off of those things right there. And again, you can always pivot later if you need to. If you start doing something and you feel like, you know what? I've been doing a lot of these for free. I need to start charging. Good. Fantastic. Start charging. And if that doesn't work, you can always back off and go, nobody wants to pay me anymore because somebody else is doing it for free. I need to adjust my model. So nothing is set in stone. Nothing's set in concrete. Do whatever you need to do right now. You can always pivot. And nothing is so detrimental that it's going to ruin your Amazon influencer thing. So something else I want to mention real quick though too is remember there are some agents out there and some sellers that are going to ask you to buy something on Amazon and then review it, and they'll reimburse you for your purchase. Never, ever do that. That is a sales manipulation according to Amazon's terms of service, and if they find out about that, they will terminate your account. Just wanted to make sure to mention that. I'll probably do a bigger video on that one later, but since we're talking about paid videos and not paid, and by the way, you might be wondering, well, how can you do reviews if they're paid? Remember, shoppable videos are more like a sales video. They're not necessarily review videos in the eyes of Amazon. There are customer review videos out there by customers, but we are shoppable influencers. Our job is to try to sell these products, right? But don't let the payment influence what you are going to say. You need to make it a legitimate, like talk about the good things about the product, the things that you're excited about the product, and then maybe you can get paid for some of those things and life will be good. So again, if you haven't already hit subscribe, more videos are on the way. Thanks y'all so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Peace out.